Hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Happy Wednesday. I'm back with you on another live video here. I hope you're doing well. The topic I chose to speak about today is called how to increase our communication skills in life and business. Communication, obviously, we all know that um, it's a really important skill. I call it a skill because it's definitely something that can be improved over time with enough practice and intention, I should say, or if we work on purpose. It's such an important skill that we need to learn in life and also in business, right? And I'm sure that a lot of us understand how important it is in life, right? To really nurture good relationships with those around us. So that is why it's a really important in life, but also in business, everything that has to do with messaging has to do with communication, right? Because similarly to life, also in business, you have an audience that you want to reach, you have your ideal person that you want to reach. So, obviously, understanding how to communicate your message through the different avenues that are handed over to you, whether it's your website, whether it's your social media platforms, whether it's you're writing a book, whether it's you creating content, right? All of that is really related to how you are communicating on the other side, right? And how is your message landing. So here's some of the skills that I've learned that I want to share with you as far as to how to be more productive at communication, right? When it comes to business, I always say start with the thing that you're most comfortable with. So if you're more comfortable with writing, then write more. If you're more comfortable with speaking, then speak more, right? Because these are some of the channels that you want to start with where you are so that you keep improving this important skill throughout your business journey and evolvement, I should say. Hello, those of you on Instagram that are joining me. If you are not on Instagram, I'm at Alona Lepari Official and my Instagram family. If you are on Facebook, that you are invited to our Facebook group community, Badass Mission Driven Entrepreneurs, and you can get access to this information in there as well. So, one of the very important skills that I've learned to improve communication is just like I said, start with what you can do and where you are, is to intentionally listen. Listening skills are very important in life. Most of us on here, or entrepreneurs that are in our audience here, purpose driven entrepreneurs or coaches. So we do understand how important listening is, not only for the purpose of reaching our ideal audience, but also for the purpose of helping our clients achieve the results they're looking for, right? So listening is crucial. Listening is crucial also when you are clarifying your brand message, right? Really listening to your audience, listening to what the pain points of your clients are, listening to what results people are looking for, listening to a lot of that, a lot attentively listening so that you can take that information and apply it and become even more effective in your marketing message. So, absolutely listening is one of those really important skills. And conversating and having this mindset that we're always learning and growing, right? Being open to feedback and conversating with the other person in front of you. It's really also an important skill as well. One of the things when it comes to brand building as entrepreneurs is that you might need to learn how to do the conversational part of communication through maybe when you are speaking somewhere or when you are inviting other people to speak on your platform, right? So really learning how to be a moderator in that case, or a facilitator is what I call it. It's something that you might want to improve on because of the different skills that is required for you to use at that point in time. But just like anything, I think, I'm big on speaking from the heart. I think if you speak from the heart, the message will always land with the person in a much more deeper way. And also, people will see vulnerability, they will see your integrity and all of that, which is your energy. And energy is really important in the transfer of communication. When it comes to conversational communication, I think it's important to again do the listening, do the back and forth, do the validating, really understand the empathy part of things, which is so important to really ensure that the other person is seen and heard. If your audience or if your prospects or if your clients are seen and heard, then of course you have a very good um, emotional, I should say, brand. Um, Emotional intelligence is part of your brand building that is going to really help you connect to people emotionally, which is so important. As I always say, when we have services or when we are service providers, our job description is all about human relationships. We either intentionally or unintentionally chose this. So, really understanding how to connect with other human beings through communication, the power of communication, is really, really cool. Saying that I've heard growing up was people don't really see what you have in your heart, but they could see from how you carry yourself and what you speak about and what you say, right? So that's why it is important to, learn how to develop this as well. So, hi there. Thank you guys all for joining. Aniela, Danu, Nicole, um, Peditrian. Yeah. Thank you guys all for joining, and let me know if anything is resonating with increasing your communication skills in life and business. And a lot of these things, they apply to life as well, right? Empathy and communication, really being, empathetic with yourself, really, starting from speaking to yourself intentionally and in a nice, positive way, obviously reflects the way that you carry yourself with other people, right? So I don't want to go into a deeper version of this topic, but I just wanted to quickly relate it to business and entrepreneurship, as I have personally learned through my journey of entrepreneurship. This is such an important skill that needs to be developed, and to not be afraid, right? Because we're all natural at something. We either might like to write, or might like to speak, or might like to have other forms of communication that are more natural to us. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot develop the rest of the types of communication. Right now, currently, I'm personally working on improving my writing um, skills, so to speak. So, because I tend to be more on the natural side of the speaking because of the experience that I've had over time. But, just to let you know that there's always something that you can do. But if it's important enough to grow your business and make the impact that you're looking to make, then obviously it's going to be an important enough skill to practice, so that you can have the traction that you are looking for. Thank you so much. Today is going to be a short live. It's cold here in New York, so I had to come down to my in-home studio here and realize that I don't know if I want to go outside. I think we had some really good weather for a while, but now it's back to, yeah, we're going to have our Thanksgiving next week. Can't believe it's already end of November approaching, and oh my gosh, time is flying. The year is wrapping up. So I hope that you are focused on your last quarter of the year with all the things that you're doing, and health-wise and family-wise, you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining. And as usual, for those of you that are going to join a little bit later, just type in replay in the comments and let me know where you are connecting from, so that I could give you a shout out for being here. Thanks so much. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Bye, everybody.